had a hankering for root beer, so I bought some root beer tea, of course.
And I'm making a root beer float because I haven't had one in years.
So this is Nelson's Tea, really root beer. And I wish you could smell this. It smells like root beer. Look at it. Show them to him.
Oh.
Okay,
We got this quite a long time ago. We'll link the video that we unboxed it and we just forgot about it. We do that sometimes.
No, I actually did a review on my channel, on
yes, the
teabooksandmore.com, all about that root beer. And I found that I don't need to drink it too terribly often.
But our website is linked below.
Yeah, it is. Okay, this has sassafras bark, sarsaparilla root, birch bark, burdock root, dandelion root, licorice root, fennel seeds, anise star, ginger root, cinnamon chips, juniper berries, and natural flavoring.
Which could be anything under the sun.
And this is from Indianapolis, Indiana. These are Americans here. And it smells like root beer.
Give me water. So we're going to brew this and then cool it off, and we're making some ice cream right now.
So I'm double brewing it.
So we will be back in
We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Now you notice I got the strainer from
We'll be back
TV
before
here,
you know it, but it'll be like an hour for us.
which really works, this strainer. But I like to do this in a clear pot because it is so interesting to watch. Now, one thing you have to know about anything with licorice root in it, if you've got blood pressure issues, be careful. So we put these in the freezer. Be very careful when you put your glasses in the freezer. Don't do it very long. And we chilled this root beer that we brewed to make a frosty mug. So this is root beer tea.
And then, to make it a root beer float, don't drink
Smells
it.
root beery. Got that sarsaparilla. And then Emma used a recipe to make some homemade ice cream that she has just churned and chilled today.
This is very anticlimactic. There
So
you
now it's a
go.
root beer float.
And this is custard-based because custard-based renders the most
Creamy.
creamy store-bought like texture. No, that's mine.
Oh, we'll take it.
How dare you steal my spoon?
My own spoon. Okay, so is this going to be everything I remember? It's not carbonated, so it doesn't have all the fizz of a carbonated root beer. How is it? Warmish. You got to get your root beer chilled as well as your glass. The glass chill doesn't last long. But for root beeriness, it's probably like an 8 out of 10. A little heavy on the burdock, I think. But maybe that's more authentic than the modern root beers that I've had. When I was a little girl, my grandpa, who lived in Kansas, always had root beer. So we'd go up to Kansas and we would drink root beer. He kept the case of root beer under his bed. I think it was A&W.
The best kind.
Okay. If you're a sugar eater, add a bit of sugar to this, and then it really will be like the root beer that you like. And if you have one of those machines that carbonate water, you can carbonate your water. And then you'll think you're having root beer. What do you think? Will you do it again?
It's definitely not as good as I remember. But.
Well, it lacks the sweetness.
And the carbonation.
Yeah. And until we see you again,
make sure to make time for tea and a good book.
Try new things.